It's a beautiful day for pickleball on the APP Tour. Are you kidding me?
Here we go.
Welcome to New York. We've been waiting for you right here in the shadow of one of sports' greatest venues. We're at the Billie Jean King National Tennis Center. It is the proving ground in sports, and these pickleball players are ready to show the world what they're made of. Here at the Zimmer Biomet APP New York City Open. Welcome to it, day number 2 of our coverage on a beautiful Saturday. This Memorial Day weekend, 250 pros have made their way right here for a chance to compete on championship court. 17 2024 APP gold medalists, all 8 Cincinnati gold medalists are in the field. Welcome into the broadcast booth. I'm AJ McCord alongside Next Gen National Team Coach Chad Edwards, Pro Pickleball Coach Dominic Catalano, the 4th member of our team, Dorian Kraft, going to join us in just a moment. We have so much exciting gender doubles action coming your way live today on this Saturday. 3 gold medal matches behind us, 2 more coming up this afternoon and evening. Let's see who's already taken home some hardware with our Aura Organic gold medal match menu. Here you go. The mixed doubles. It was Bobby Oshiro, Will Howells taking home their first gold as a duo. Men's singles, Chris Hayward bringing home the gold for the 3rd time in 5 tournaments here in this 2024 season. And then women's singles, Megan Fudge returns to the top of the podium. So 3 down, 2 to go, you guys. We have gender doubles all afternoon long. Men's and women's doubles, we're already into this semifinal round. Chad, what has stood out to you as you've watched the play progress today?
Well, with the men's doubles bracket, only the 3rd seed is safe right now. We lost the 1 seed, the 5 seed, the 6 seed. So it is a day of upsets on the men's doubles side.
And what about for you, Dom, when you look at the women's side?
On the flip side of things, the women, it's all pretty clean. You have the 1, 2, 3, and 5 seeds all moving on. So those matches, not going to be as unfamiliar as possibly some of the men's matches. So I'm going to look for very competitive matches on the women's side and who can execute the best.
And certainly the first semifinal we have coming your way. We expect nothing short of elite competitiveness with these 2 duos on the court. But it's a beautiful day here on this Saturday in New York City. The Big Apple showing off for us on this Memorial Day weekend. 80 degrees, slight bit of wind, slight bit of humidity, but nothing that these players cannot handle. Coming up next, here's a look at our first match of the afternoon. Simone Jardim and Allison Harris taking on Kelsey Grambeau and Amanda Hendry. We've got live pickleball action coming your way next at the Zimmer Biomet APP New York City Open.
Introducing Persona IQ, the smart knee. Address your knee pain with a replacement that contains sensors which capture helpful information such as your range of motion, stride length, walking speed, and step count to ensure your new knee is performing at its best. It keeps you connected to your healthcare team so you can receive important reminders and personalized recovery guidance. It's not a GPS. It doesn't collect where you've been or where you're going. Persona IQ, a smarter way to regain mobility.
18 years from tonight, Grant Gill will become a legend when he totally kills it at his improv class's graduation performance. Knees will be slapped. Suds will be sprayed. People won't know what hurts more, their cheeks or their sides. That's why he's already keeping himself in shape and razor sharp today with health tips and wellness tools from AARP to help make sure his health lives as long as he does. Because the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours. Because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
The APP is sponsored by Zimmer Biomet, moving you forward. AARP, helping your health and happiness live as long as you do. And Rainstorm, clean, plant-based energy. The stage is set. The women's doubles semifinals coming your way next here at the Zimmer Biomet APP New York City Open. Simone Jardim and Allison Harris taking on Kelsey Grambo and Amanda Hendry. That's our first match of the day. There's Simone getting warmed up. She is a trailblazer, a veteran, and still at the top of the game. 44 years old, calls Naples, Florida home, but originally from Brazil. She's partnered up with Allison Harris again this tournament. Those two won the gold in Cincinnati just a few weeks ago. She's looking to go back to back. It was a beautiful Mother's Day gift for the two of them to bring home the gold medal as mothers. Allison, 30 years old, out of Nashville, Tennessee. Going up against them, though, is a duo that is working to make a name for themselves here on the APP Tour. Kelsey Grambo and Amanda Hendry. These two have partnered up a time or two before, but it's not all that often. In fact, to dive a little bit deeper into their partnership, Dorian Kraft, what can you share about how this partnership came to be this weekend?
Thanks, AJ. This is actually a full circle moment for Kelsey Grambo and Amanda Hendry. They played against each other last year here in New York in the backdrop over on court 17. Amanda's team won that match, but she was so impressed with Kelsey's play that she approached her in New Jersey and said, hey, do you want to partner together? They didn't get to do that until the last tournament of last year. They realized that they were a good partnership, made a run to 5th place. They wanted to play together more this year, but they were already partnered up through 2 weeks ago in Cincinnati, where they made a run with the bronze medal, and they feel really good about their chances in this tournament to capture another medal.
Thanks so much, Dorian. I was talking with them earlier about exactly that, and they said that their play attracted each other to playing together, and now they're hoping to just build on the consistency coming off in Cincinnati, Don.
Well, I mean, consistency is the key. We see it week in and week out. Most of the teams that are coming out on top are making quarters and semifinal runs, are teams that are playing regularly together. That is old news of switching partners all the time, Chad. When we first got into the game about 10 years ago or so at this level, we used to see different partners every weekend.
Well, and it was whoever could actually just travel to the tournament.
Right. But now the consistent partnerships, that's the way that most of these players have it, and they enjoy it, and they're succeeding with it.
Practice makes perfect, especially in a duo like this.
I like how you put it, Chad. It was who could afford to travel at that point.
The game has grown so much and continues to grow. It feels like every single weekend here. Fastest growing sport in America, just gaining popularity. Look no further than the beautiful venue that we're at to prove exactly that point here at the Billie Jean King National Tennis Center in the shadow of Arthur Ashe Stadium. Women's semifinal number 1, game number 1 underway. Harris Jardim up 1-0 before a side out.
0-1-1. Second serve.
And that is just Jardim saying, all right, I'm going to force you to slow me down right now, because she has come out guns blazing here, pulling the trigger early.
Just a clinic put on by Simone Jardim throughout that point, showcasing everything she's got in the tool case.
Well, Dom, you said it. She's coming out firing. Jardim doesn't want a whole lot of long points, but she's going to use everything in her tool bag.
And it's kind of funny because Simone and I had a conversation earlier about the puppet master who puts people on strings. We're going way back to an OG of pickleball, and that's exactly what Simone Jardim is doing right now.
Namesake for the Nasty Nelson.
Yes.
Point.
That ball out of bounds, and it's a 3-0 lead here in game number 1 for Harris and Jardim. These two are the defending gold medalists. One in Cincinnati just 2 weeks ago. Trying to double dip, and with a backhand like that, Simone Jardim means business.
I was coaching some of our next-gen plays against Grambo and Hendry earlier this morning, and where they had success was that controlled chaos. And right now, that's what Jardim and Harris are trying to do.
Oh, that time Grambo gets up, finds the overhead winner right at the feet between Jardim and Harris.
Well, they had an opportunity right there when Harris went for the defense of the ATP. They had an open court right there, but Hendry ended up hitting it right at Jardim. And again, one of the best defenders in the game. She's going to get that back over. You've got to get that ball away from her.
Side out.
It's a little too big on the backswing there from Jardim. A little shake and bake action.
0-4-1.
That time, great attack by Kelsey Grambo to give them their first point here in game number 1.
1-4-1.
Grambo with another big overhead there. Harris can't get it back over the net.
Well, that is women's doubles at its finest right there. You see these incredible hands battles between all 4 of these ladies. Finally, someone able to put a ball away.
Again, Grambo, big forehand. Chad, what is working so well for her right now?
Well, right now she's anticipating that pace is going to come. That last ball, Harris tried to go crossbody through the middle, but Grambo staying nice and short and compact just puts it right in the chest of Jardim.
Grambo just proving that she is here to try and earn a right at gold medal. Look at this forehand winner down the line.
Well, nothing that Jardim can do other than try and get that up and over. She gets a little bit too much of it and it pops up. But again, a little love off the tape for Grambo and Hendry.
All tied up here in game number 1. Best 2 out of 3 games to 11. That time Grambo can't get the shape on the around the post.
She tries the around the post. She didn't even see it.
That was, I'm just going to throw the paddle out there. Hopefully it goes in. Trying to save herself from going face first into the court. But you're seeing 2 different styles of cross-court dinking there. Grambo with the heavier backhand slice. Jardim with the heavier topspin.
Another little help off the net, and it gives Grambo and Hendry. So when you're talking about the difference between the slice and the topspin, how does that affect the way you have to defend your opponent's shot?
The topspin kicks and pushes out. The backspin hits and slides on this court. So in reality right now, they're playing to each other's spin.
Grambo and Hendry with their first lead here in game number 1, 5-4. It's a 5-0 run they're currently on.
Hendry just on her heels enough that she can't get that last one back over. But again, it's the pressure from Jardim holding her ground at the kitchen line, able to keep Hendry back and keep her on her heels.
Harris with the serve.
Second serve.
Grambo ready for that lob from Jardim, and Harris can't get the ball back over.
4-5-2.
4-5-2 for Jardim serve.
Yeah, nice drive there from Harris. Going right into the left hip of Hendry. She's uncoiling from the stack.
5-2.
That's a great spot right there from Allison Harris. And again, you can so easily get too big on this ball. Watch Allison Harris just stay nice, short, and compact and finds the line. If she gets too big, she'd tend to pull that wide. Great job by Allison Harris.
Side out.
And nice counters there from Kelsey Grambeau. Stays nice, short, and compact. Gets on top of that ball. Keeps the ball down toward Harris and Jardim.
Oh, Hendry has the whole court to work with, and sometimes that's your worst enemy because you have so much room.
Well, had a little bit of time there too, and you see Hendry take that paddle a little bit further back behind the head. It lays back.
And Hendry misses that ball and almost tried to act like, yeah, no, I meant to do that as the ball sails out of bounds.
It worked either way.
6-6-2.
Oh, it's dirty. Dirty. Makes it look like she's going to really punish this ball and then just loosens out the grip, drops that ball in the kitchen. Grambeau and Hendry all the way back at the baseline.
A touch of delicate devastation from Simone Jardim.
Oh, Grambeau was on it, but caught it a little late.
7-6-1.
7-6-1. Harris with the serve.
Second
That time
serve.
forehand left short on the third from Harris. Pushes them onto their second
7-6-2.
serve.
Just wide there from Hendry. Jardim baiting her a little bit into that. Coming over, taking a lot of the middle of the court. Hendry didn't have to be as fine. Just push that wide of the line.
Third shot drive from Jardim. So authoritative. So authoritative. And it gives Jardim and Harris the 9-6 lead here in game number 1 over Kelsey Grambeau and Amanda Hendry. Timeout called on the court as Grambeau and Hendry want to try and slow this little run that Harris and Jardim have put together. So it gives us a chance to take a Tervis hydration break here at the Zimmer Biomet New York City Open. The boys rocking that Tervis gear so far today. What is the thing that stands out here in game 1 that you have seen both of these teams sort of lean into early on?
No one's making a ton of errors. They're playing fairly clean, but right now it's just the execution right now of Jardim and Harris is just a tad better. It's given them a 9-6 lead. But you saw early on what Jardim and Harris's game plan was, and it was to come in, play fast, pick up that pace, and it's been successful for them so far.
Yeah, and Hendry and Grambeau in particular has done an excellent job of kind of weathering that storm and the barrage of speed-ups. The last couple of points, she's gotten a little bit big, and with that continuous pressure, if your timing is off, then those balls start to spray a little bit. So look for Hendry and Grambeau to get back to a little bit more condensed stroke. Try not to do so much. Allow Jardim and Harris to create that power and get that ball down.
They have to figure out something quick here for Grambeau and Hendry as Harris and Jardim sit just 2 points away from taking game 1. Winner of this match moves on to our women's doubles gold medal match here at the Zimmer Biomet APP New York City Open. Grambeau coming out with a purpose.
Yeah, it's a good counter right there at the feet. Keeps that ball nice and low, and after the timeout, earned the quick side out.
That time Grambeau finds the sweet spot right behind Jardim, and it's 7-9.
Yeah, Jardim sitting forehand there, anticipating Grambeau to take that through the middle. She pulls it cross body just a little bit. No way for Jardim to catch up.
Great get by Harris, but Grambeau, recognizing the hole on the court, takes advantage.
Yeah, ball just gets popped up again. It's the same thing Jardim happened to earlier off the tape. She tries to get it back up and over, just too high, and same thing here for Harris, and Grambeau takes advantage.
Jardim right at the feet of Grambeau. Finds a good spot.
If I dare have an opinion here,
we dare.
Simone Jardim is playing very clean.
8-9-2.
She's being tested and getting probably 5 or 6 of every, rally here. 5 or 6 of the balls in a row. Why don't we test Allison Harris a little bit more? Because that right there, she's just feeling very good. She's moving around well. I want to keep the ball away from her just a tad right now.
Right on cue, Jardim taking 6 or 7 balls in that last point. Handling every one of them.
I think Harris hit 1 ball in that one.
9-8-1.
So it is a side out. Jardim with the serve and a 9-8 lead here in game 1. Harris getting big with the forehand, catches Hendry on her heels.
Well, she only hit 1 in that one too, but it was an important one.
That worked.
Game point opportunity.
Nice little slide down the line there from Harris. And you heard in the middle of that point, Jardim telling Harris, up. She got back up to that kitchen line, took the ball out of the air. Perfect passing shot.
Game point corner pocket for Simone Jardim and Allison Harris. They take game 1 of our women's doubles semifinal at the Zimmer Biomet APP New York City Open. Game 2 when we come back to the Big Apple.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
Here's a look at our Gamma Live to Play rally of the match. Jardim and Harris. Jardim in particular, just clinical so far in this first game.
Yeah, good get there from Harris. Gets back up to the kitchen line. And then the last little inside out, sliding it down the line there from Harris, giving him game 1.
That's her patent shot right there. It's the first time we saw it. Hey, hold on to it till you really need it. That's game point.
And Dom, you pointed out the targeting, it seemed like, of Kelsey Grambeau and Amanda Hendry right at Simone Jardim in game 1. Dorian joins us now to say that that's actually a little bit intentional, huh?
Yeah, AJ, I talked to Kelsey and Amanda prior to the match, and I asked them, going up against a duo like Allison Harris and Simone Jardim, what is the strategy? Because they are so good. And they said Allison Harris is so consistent. That was something that concerned them. They knew Simone had weapons, but the consistency of Allison Harris was something that they specifically wanted to stay away from. But the messaging between Hendry and Grambeau in that changeover, very positive. It was Grambeau that was saying, hey, we are playing the right way. Just keep trusting your shots.
Great stuff there, Dorian. Certainly a change of strategy going to be necessary for Grambeau and Hendry here in game number 2 if they want to force a decisive game 3 early side out here for Harris and Jardim. Harris with the serve and a chance to get themselves on the board first.
Oh, nice finish right there from Grambeau as Jardim comes over, tries the 1-2 combo. Didn't get enough of the second ball here, and Grambeau able to find the opening.
0-0-2.
Jardim with the second serve. Great spot there. Simone Jardim just paints the inside of that back corner for the point.
Yeah, nice little inside out there from Jardim as well. Just held that, waited for Grambeau to commit to a side with the paddle. Oh, nice get from Grambeau.
That was tough. Jardim put a ton on that cross-court dink. She runs around it, hits a nice forehand.
0-1-1. Point.
Hendry on the attack in that point. Sails off the paddle of Allison Harris and out of bounds.
Yeah, got in on the body on that left hip of Allison Harris. Good spot.
Jardim aiming for that corner right behind Grambeau's left shoulder again. That time Grambeau puts a paddle on it, but out of bounds. Second serve.
1-1-2.
1-1-2 for Kelsey Grambeau. Harris almost gets the dig, something we've seen her do so often, but comes up just short on that one. Grambeau and Hendry with their first lead here in game number 2.
2-1-2.
Oh. Defense again there from Grambeau and Hendry. Just fighting everything off and then going on the attack themselves.
3-1-2.
Oh, Hendry trying to punch that backhand through the middle. Unfortunately, a little long. It was a flat punch. So again, she doesn't get much topspin on that to get that ball down. If she's going to keep that in, she's got to lay off it a little bit more.
Instead, it's a side out. Harris and Jardim with the opportunity here to cut into this lead, but that ball out of bounds. Second serve.
Well, another set play there from Jardim, throwing up the third shot. Loved to push Hendry away from the kitchen line, but missed the fifth wide.
Jardim just perfect in that point, finding her spots, finally getting it done.
2-3-2.
Grambeau again going on the attack, steps into the middle, finds the winner.
Well, the reason that's a tough speed up right there for Jardim is because it's right at the left shoulder of Hendry, and Hendry is left-handed. So again, it's a little easier for her to get on top of that ball right there.
3-2-1.
I like to see Jardim go to that right shoulder from that sideline of Hendry.
Grambeau goes for the around the post. Can't get the shape on it. So on to their second serve. Grambeau, the former collegiate field hockey player.
That's actually Hendry.
Sorry, that's Hendry.
I was going to correct you on the around the post as well.
Hendry. Grambeau's had so many moments. It just took me a minute there. Hendry, though, missing the around the post, but she is the former collegiate field hockey player. I was talking with her last week about just how that has translated
4-2-2.
to pickleball, and she said a lot of it is the footwork has helped her a lot as she's made in her move into professional pickleball. Certainly seeing a lot of active movement here so far in game number 2.
A nice little run here from Hendry and Grambeau, taking a 3-point lead here in game 2. Need this second game to force the third.
Hendry with the serve.
Side out.
We hear Hendry say, how do you miss that? Well, no, I just got caught up there a little bit from Hendry. Didn't clear the body enough, and it got right into that right hip.
That ball just wide.
I cannot see. Yes.
So Simone Jardim
Referee
going to
timeout.
call
There's
for
a
the
challenge on
challenge
the out
here.
call.
Grambeau called that ball out.
Call, at the time of
It
ruling,
was tough.
the
It looked
score
like it
is
skipped. So we'll see what happens here. Immediate challenge from Jardim and Harris.
So they trail by
2-5-1.
3 here in game number 2. A little review of the new video review rules on the APP Tour in
Go to video
2024.
challenge.
Line calls are reviewable, but it must be a rally-ending shot, such as was the case right here. There is no limit on how many challenges a player or a team can make within a match. However, that player, that team is assessed a technical warning after 3 failed challenges. So that means when you make the challenge and it does not go your way. So Simone Jardim, Allison Harris challenging this one. Here's another look.
Looks like that ball may have just caught the line there.
Yep.
Great job by our cameras catching that right down the sideline. This ball called out by Grambeau, but the review here requested by Simone Jardim as they trail by 3. What have Grambeau and Hendry settled into here in the second game that has gotten them the lead, Chad?
Well, again, they know that Jardim and Harris are going to be aggressive. You talked about Hendry with collegiate field hockey. She was a goalie. She's no stranger to a ball flying toward her and being able to get a glove or a paddle on it. And she's excellent at being able to counter. Kelsey Grambeau right now,
5-1.
I think, has been a little bit more of the difference in this one as far as she's doing an excellent job countering. She's moving the feet, and she's putting the pressure back on Jardim and Harris.
So the score is 3-5-1 after the challenge was deemed successful by Jardim and Harris. Grambeau gets big on top of that one after a little help from the net cord.
Yeah, net cord coming into play on both sides right there, and kind of threw Harris off just enough. She can't get on top of that ball.
C.J. Shank, Andy Morales. C.J. Shank, Andy Morales to court 15C, 15 Charlie.
Two-handed backhand from Simone Jardim into the net. So it'll be a side out. Harris and Jardim do get 1 point back, but still trail by 2. And now it's Grambeau and Hendry, the 5 seed,
5-3-1.
with a chance to extend this lead here in game number 2. Grambeau, when she gets big in the middle and picks her spot, has been spot on here in game number 2.
Hendry slides really nice on the speed up again from Jardim. Gets on top of that
6-3-1.
forehand.
Point.
Nice drive there from Hendry. Catching Jardim, trying to slide across to the line. She was protecting middle for the uncoil on the stack.
7-3-1.
And it's a 7-3 lead here for Grambeau, and Hendry still on their first serve.
Second serve.
Grambeau wants that one back off her paddle.
100%. She was jumping all over that forehand right there.
Almost seemed like she got 2 on top of the ball with that jump. Jardim goes for the lob and effective at that. Grambeau sails that response long, and it'll be a side out.
3-7-1.
3-7-1.
Second serve.
Grambeau, after that two-handed backhand, drives its way onto the court and past Jardim, raises her hand as if to say, that's what I've been wanting to do. 3-7-2, Harris with the serve.
A little bit of help from the wind there with the third shot lob there from Jardim. Grambeau had a double clutch, thought she could hit an overhead.
We've had a few little gusts of wind throughout this tournament so far. Nothing like what these players dealt with in Cincinnati, but still something to keep an eye on.
Side out.
So Jardim trying to go for that lob again on the third shot. Hendry able to get a little more on that last one, and then Jardim and Harris trying to fight their way out of it. But too much control at the kitchen line from Amanda Hendry and Kelsey Grambeau.
Second serve.
The ball was there to drive from Hendry, but she hesitated a little bit by the time she stepped into it, already on the way down.
Side out.
A little too much loose wrist there from Grambeau on that last ball as she tried to go inside out, push it cross court.
Jardim and Harris just responding and reacting to everything Grambeau and Hendry
4-7-1.
tried in that point. Forces a side out, and now they have a chance to cut into this 3-point lead here in game number 2. They manage to come back and get the win, and they move on to the gold medal match. But right now, Grambeau and Hendry trying to hold on and force us to a decisive game 3.
4-7-2. Point.
Nice get there from Grambeau just to stay in the point. But this time Jardim goes into Hendry with the slide, jams her up just inside that left shoulder.
Oh, Harris almost gets it, but just a few inches outside the sideline.
Well, that was a tricky return right there from Grambeau. She put a ton of slice on it, sliding that ball out towards the bait or the sideline, excuse me. Made it very difficult for Harris.
Oh, Grambeau almost picked it up, but a good job from Amanda Hendry going on the lob retrieval, then getting back up to get that drop shot.
Across that dink from Grambeau, pushed wide. So another side out. Harris and Jardim get the ball back with in the exact same position that they gave it up. And another opportunity here to add some points to their total.
Jardim almost to a point right now where she doesn't care if Grambeau and Hendry know she's hitting a third shot lob. She's literally just setting it up so she can get the next ball and push them off of the kitchen line.
Jardim on the attack with a two-handed backhand right at Grambeau. Gets him a point, and within one here in game number 2.
Timeout
That
receivers.
was a good spot right there from Jardim. She went right at the body
7-1
of Kelsey
1 minute.
Grambeau, jammed her up just enough, and
6-7-2.
getting that timeout here from Hendry and Grambeau, trying to slow things down a little bit.
A really critical point in this game for Grambeau and Hendry as Harris and Jardim sit just 1 point away from tying us up. Grambeau and Hendry have to win this game to keep their hopes alive of making it to the gold medal match here at the Zimmer Biomet APP New York City Open. Hey, we've had so much fun bringing you some professional pickleball this weekend. If you are interested in creating a pickleball league in your community, we introduce you to APP UTR Pickleball Leagues. With no age minimum or maximum and men's, women's, and mixed formats, there's a chance for everyone to compete and make it to the national championships in Fort Lauderdale, December 7th through the 10th. Interested players and venues can visit the app.global/pickleball leagues for more information. The VIP tent, the spot to be here on a balmy Saturday afternoon.
Well, the key word there is
balmy.
Balmy.
I
Yep.
was thinking balmy.
No, I was thinking
humid.
tent with the shade.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's the key here.
Stay out of the sun a little bit as much as you can.
Time in, 6-7-2.
Allison Harris with the serve and the chance to tie things up. What an attack off the paddle of Amanda Hendry.
Okay, never mind. I'm the one who said maybe attack the right shoulder.
No.
She was sitting on that one right there.
7-6-1.
7-6-1 after the timeout, the quick side out. And now Kelsey Grambeau and Amanda Hendry with a chance to extend their lead. Jardim delivers the final blow, but immediately points to her partner as she and Harris, the perfect duo in that point.
Well, it was actually the dig from Harris that got them out of trouble right there. Somehow picking up a ball off her shoelaces and getting it back over.
Jardim goes for the dig, the dink, just a little bit wide. So it's an 8-6 lead here for Hendry and Grambeau.
Side out.
Got to have that one. That's a big point right there for them. They extend that to 3, and they're still on serve. Got to keep putting that pressure on Harris and Jardim. Do not leave the door open. Right now, there's a sliver open.
Slight breeze coming in.
Slight breeze.
And if anyone has the capability of kicking that thing right wide open, it is the veteran duo of Simone Jardim and Allison Harris.
Ooh.
But Grambeau and Hendry everywhere.
Second serve.
The point started to get a little chaotic. Finally, someone got it down. It just looked like that was going every which way.
So second serve here, Simone Jardim with it.
Point.
It's like the 5th, maybe the 5th or 6th third shot lob.
Chance for Harris and Jardim to tie things up here in game number 2.
Dave Cooper, second call for 12C.
Oh, Hendry has this sideline open, but again, just a little too much.
Just pushes it wide, and it's a tie game here in game number 2.
Well, I had the opportunity there going behind Jardim as well. She was almost down on the ground.
Jardim and Alice playing from the baseline that entire point as Grambeau and Hendry just owned the kitchen line. Get the ball back on their side of the net, all tied up at 8. Hendry with the first serve.
What I like right there from Grambeau is she's taking those aggressive two-handed backhand dinks from Jardim out of the air. She's not allowing them to hit the ground and kick, so she's taking that away. She's got to stay there if she wants to have any success against those.
Harris with a big forehand right into the body of Grambeau, pushes them onto their second serve.
9-8-2.
It'll be Kelsey Grambeau with it.
Oh, and some help from the net court there. Almost catches the bottom of the net court as it kicks up and over.
And a timeout called on the court by Harris and Jardim as Grambeau and Hendry face a game point opportunity here. If they can win this one, then we will go to a decisive game 3 to decide who earns that first spot in our women's pro doubles gold medal match at the Zimmer Biomet APP New York City Open. Out of this timeout, Dom, what do Harris and Jardim need to do to get the ball back on their side of the net, give themselves a chance to win this game?
Well, again, Harris has saved her little inside out for the end of game 1 and now to the end of game 2. She just had one. If she gets a ball up, she's got to go behind Grambeau with that again. I'd like to see that. But again, they need to just continue to keep grinding this out, looking for their opportunities. But kudos to Hendry and Grambeau. They've really battled. They kind of weathered that storm of Jardim and Harris coming back and have regained that 2-point lead and now do have a game point on their paddle trying to force this third game. But right now, out of this timeout, your return has to be good here.
Yeah.
You cannot allow this ball to be attacked on the third. Got to have a nice deep return right out of the gate.
Let's see if they can do just that. Kelsey Grambeau with the serve and a chance to send us to a game 3 here in New York City.
Jardim and Harris playing a little bit more patient there in that one. Jardim had an opportunity when she reached in that typically she's been taking the speed up, but decided to move the ball around a little bit more.
So it's a side out here. 1 game point defended. Can Harris and Jardim add to their own total? Well placed. Grambeau gets there, but cannot get it back in.
Inside out lob.
It was.
Right? Inside out lob right there.
Beautifully placed ball by Allison Harris. Gets him back within 1.
That wasn't the inside out I was looking for. But it works.
Allison Harris inside out in a variety of shots. Chance to tie things up here. The around the post. Well defended from Harris. She responds, and off the paddle of Hendry, it sails deep.
The key point is going to be the missed dink by Hendry at 10-8 game point.
Dom, you're saying if there was a crack in that door, it is getting wider and wider as we continue on. But Grambeau trying to put that stopper back with that last forehand winner, pushes Harris and Jardim onto their second serve.
Jardim missed an out call.
10-10-2.
10-10-2. Jardim with the serve.
Oh, Grambeau didn't clear the body. She just tried to take the head out of the way. So the weight and the weight transfer leaning there to the left.
11-10-2.
Sets up match point opportunity here for Simone Jardim and Allison Harris.
No. That is patent Jardim. That is like
That's old school
2014 Jardim right there. Grinding that out, and then the little inside out knocking Hendry down.
Don't call it a comeback in game number 2 for Allison Harris and Simone Jardim, because those queens look like they know what they were doing almost every single point. Jardim, are you kidding me?
Oh, you talk about 2014 Simone Jardim going back to the one-hand slice backhand, and that opens up the ability to hit that inside out.
The queen adjusting her crown on that last point. We will hear from Simone Jardim and Allison Harris when we return.
Less is more, unless it's less beer.
Cat tire.
Nothing brings us together like Eggland's best eggs. We love the taste, always so fresh and delicious, plus superior nutrition. For us, it's eggs any style, as long as they're the best. Eggland's best.
Well, I know we mentioned it, Chad, but that was old school Jardim to end it. Beautifully done by Jardim and Harris.
Yeah, picked it up from the toes right there, and Jardim going back to the one-hander on the backhand cut slice cross court, and it opens up the ability for her to go the inside out, moves it and hits it into Hendry's movement. We'll throw it down to Dorian Croft for our Franklin post-match interview.
Thanks, Chad. Ladies, congratulations. This was a tough-fought match. Simone, I want to start with you. I was sitting behind the two of you in that last time out when you were down 8-10-2, and you looked at Allison and you said, let's get one. What was going through your mind when you saw Amanda miss that dink there to give you guys back on serve?
It was more like this past week I did some freshman math, and I was like, you know what? If we do a little math here, we can figure this out. So when we were speeding up, we were losing the points. When we were playing them long and slow, we're winning. So hello, get an A, not a F.
I did hear that you guys are doing a lot of geometry this week ahead of the tournament. Allison, the two of you have made such a successful duo. In those pressure moments, even when you're down, what gives you the confidence playing next to Simone that you guys can still pull it out?
She's just so supportive, and she just gives me little tidbits every few points that kind of keep me calm and grounded and kind of just give me direction of what to do.
Did she give you lessons on geometry?
No.
Well, at least you guys are getting better at pickleball. So good. Moving on to the women's gold medal match. Congratulations, ladies. We will see you there, and we will see you on the other side of the break here at the 2024 Zimmer Biomet New York City Open.
Need to sell tickets for an event? From Sports Illustrated's official ticketing platform, introducing Box Office. Manage ticketing for sports, festivals, fundraisers, and more, paid or free. And we go beyond the barcode. Introducing Super Ticket. Super Tickets are secured by blockchain technology and transform into exclusive digital content, promotions, and rewards between the event and guests. Cheaper, better, simpler, more secure. Sports Illustrated Tickets. Partner with us for your next event.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours, because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
The APP is sponsored by Gamma. Play to live, live to play. Skechers Pickleball. Experience comfort that performs. And Humana, official healthcare partner of the APP Tour.
I get the money and it's right on cue. Keep the duffel bag up inside my coupe. Hold a couple racks, tell them I love you. You wanna be a boss, do it like I do. Yeah. Get that money, I'ma flex. I get that money, I'ma flex. I get that money, I'ma flex. You now rockin' with the boss. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Stepping on the gas, no brake light.
Veteran, trailblazer, and still absolutely golden.
I shake 'em up. Guys, I'm the same guy, on the same grind. Busy printing money, watch the paint dry. My intuition told me through the grapevine that I'ma get rich and I ain't lying. Yeah. Get that money, I'ma flex. I get that money, I'ma flex. I get that money, I'ma flex. You now rockin' with the best.
That was our Vlasic instant recap from last weekend in Cincinnati. What a tournament that was. What a tournament this has been. And the tournaments on the upcoming schedule, they are going to be fantastic. Newport Beach coming up over the July 4th weekend. Chicago, Dallas, Southern California, and Boca Raton coming up all the way in November. That's third major. It's in yellow there. This is the second one. This has been a great tournament here in New York. We have got our second women's doubles semifinal coming up next. The 2 seed Susanna Barmari Humberg and the 3 seed Megan Fudge and Yana Newell. That is coming up next here on Championship Court at the 2024 Zimmer Biomet APP New York City Open.
The Pro XR pickleball paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
18 years from tonight, Grant Gill will become a legend when he totally kills it at his improv class's graduation performance. Knees will be slapped. Suds will be sprayed. People won't know what hurts more, their cheeks or their sides. That's why he's already keeping himself in shape and razor sharp today with health tips and wellness tools from AARP to help make sure his health lives as long as he does. Because the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
To be clear, Fulfill is a protein bar, not a candy bar. Don't let its creamy, chocolatey goodness confuse you, or the fact that you hide them from anyone with a sweet tooth.
You saw nothing.
I saw nothing.
Fulfill. We swear it's a protein bar.
The APP is sponsored by LS, official on-court apparel of the APP Tour. C&D Nets, the highest quality nets made in the USA. And Tervis, the original insulated tumbler.
Welcome back to New York City as we get set for our second of two women's doubles semifinals. This one going to determine who moves on to the gold medal match to face the #1 seed Simone Jardim and Allison Harris. As we welcome you into the booth, Dorian Kraft alongside Chad Edwards, Rob Nunnery getting a chance to join us for this broadcast. Rob, excited to have you here, talk about your pickleball perspective. I'm very much looking forward to getting someone's opinion different than Dom's.
Well, excited to be here. We have 4 great players in the court, and I've played with and against all of them a lot, so excited to bring some insight.
Also a cameo from Dawn as we are live here on YouTube. She's bringing us drinks and snacks. It is a full crew production.
Dawn, you might as well wave to the camera now. Yeah.
Dawn, say hi to everyone at home. Get set for the second women's doubles match. Robbie, you're talking, you've played with Susanna, you've played with Megan. You are very familiar with these 4 women on the court. What should we expect from your perspective in this matchup?
Yeah, there's going to be, I mean, as you see with just the last women's match, you have just fantastic points. There's a lot of speed ups, not a ton of dinking. There's really sharp drops from Susanna. Fudge will dig everything out, play amazing defense. Yana hits the ball harder than any female I've ever played against. It's ridiculous. She just lit me up in Cincinnati. And Mari plays the left like some of the best men in the world. I mean, she's got a ridiculous flick out of the air. She's got great put-away power, and she doesn't miss many dinks on that backhand side.
Mari is what we refer to as a left side queen. I got to talk to her yesterday. She said if I only could play the left for the rest of my career, I would be thrilled.
She is so strong over there. She doesn't miss much, and she's got so many weapons with that backhand roll, which is, I would say it's one of the strongest on the female side.
Well, there's a look at Megan Fudge and Yana Newell in the pinks and blues. In the center of your screen. These two faced off yesterday in the women's singles final. Yana Newell, 26 years old, making her home in Kansas City, Missouri. And speaking of Megan and Yana facing off against one another, we welcome in AJ McCord, who got a chance to talk to Yana about moving past the singles and going into the doubles mindset.
That's right, Dorian. Yana telling me that it actually wasn't that difficult for her to move past last night's loss in women's singles gold medal match to Megan Fudge because she enjoys their relationship off the court so much. Yana telling me that she actually doesn't love to play singles because she is at her best when she is fiery, when she is competitive, and she has a hard time tapping into the full depth of that when she's going against someone like Megan, who is a friend, who she respects. And so expect these two to really feed off each other's energies today here in this women's semifinal.
Thanks, AJ. You could have surprised me saying that Yana didn't fully tap into that fieriness as she was going up against Megan Fudge last night. Those two really got in some great rallies. Right through the middle for the winner.
Getting a little more power on the backhand there, but we already saw that flick that you were talking about there, Rob, from Humberg.
Point. Yeah, she just left that a little high, and she's not going to miss a lot on the backhand side, but as we saw, she missed a forehand drop, and that is one spot she's worked on.
Point.
Bar into the net, a point for Fudge and Newell as they get on the board.
I don't know how that worked. A little slice speed up down the middle. That should never work.
2-0-2.
Isn't that half the fun, though, figuring out how things work when they're not really supposed to?
Well, that's sometimes how it works, is you never expect that. There it is.
Side out.
A backhand flick from Mari Humberg going right into the left hip of Jana Newell.
0-2-1.
0-2-1.
Second server.
I would say that's the toughest part of Mari's game right now is that transition zone and those
0-2-2.
serves. Once she dials that in, she's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, Humberg has all the tools in the toolbox as she puts it through the 5-hole there. Still really in her first full year as a pro pickleball player after coming over from finishing her collegiate tennis career at the University of Louisville.
2-2.
That is a pretty lob in the corner pocket.
Well, I mean, that's a heavy topspin lob right there as well. You throw in a little bit of side spin. Fudge turns correctly, opens up that left hip, but as she goes to hit it, kicks back into the body.
It's one of my favorite shots. You show speed up, and then the lob comes off out of the air.
Susanna couldn't get that one high enough. I was just about to say, Rob, you've been spoiled because you've been playing alongside Susanna, who, as we all know, is the queen of lobs.
I mean, yeah, she pulled that one a little early, but when she has that rhythm of going forehand out of the air a few times and throws it in, it's money.
Oh, beautiful combination for forehand winner.
Well, Newell's not going to give you too many opportunities to get that ball back, especially on a high forehand. But goes crossbody on Humberg, creates the pop-up.
Second service.
Easy put away there for Bar.
That Bar says, I've got some power right there on a high forehand as well.
3-2-2.
Yeah, make no mistake, there's a ton of paddle coming off, or a ton of power coming off of all 4 paddles of these women.
Well, potentially there is paddle coming off when they hit the ball that hard.
True. Listen, I may have been accidentally correct. It happens sometimes. Newell cuts it just a little too fine. One duo already into the women's doubles gold medal match. That is Allison Harris and Simone Jardim. They took it in 2 tight games over Kelsey Grambo and Amanda Hendry.
And, she cut it too fine.
There was so much court open too.
That
was so wide.
I mean, that's a nunnery special right there. Of just
what, hitting into the post?
No. I was gonna say the
you're not wrong.
around the post on the forehand side. I have seen you hit a few into the post. But
and it's risk reward, right?
Going for that back corner instead of going for too sharp of an angle there, like Newell did.
That's where Susanna's so good was on that forehand roll cross court. She just it pushes you back, and it opens up a lot of court.
As an opponent, when you're facing Susanna with that roll, how do you counter it?
You have to try to take it out of the air as best as you can, because if you let that thing bounce, it's just pushing you so far back that you're going to pop it up. So you got to hold your ground on the line and try to take it out of the air.
4-3-2.
Easier said than done, right?
Of course.
Oh, Humberg, the Ernie.
Yeah, I was talking to a couple of my next gen players this morning, and they just played Mari and Susanna, and they're like, how do you hit that flick? I was like, in reality, if you haven't worked out the forearm and the wrist and that strength, because she loads it back so far and then explodes out of it. You know, if you don't have that forearm and wrist strength, you're going to do some damage trying to mimic Mari Humberg. Oh, this time tries to make the adjustment and go deeper, but she overran it.
Chad, did that also look like me?
Yes. I've seen that one from you as well.
Chad, to go back to
We're
your
covering all the bases.
Well, all that we're missing then is that backhand roll that lands about 3 feet in the court when it looks like it's going out.
Well, nobody else really has the Rob Nunnery mixer, you know? Or the full swing counterattack that everybody lets go and that lands 2 feet in like you're talking about.
I can't hit very hard.
5-3-1.
Great lob.
Fudge all over it at the kitchen line.
All set up by the lob, really. Pulled Mari off the line, and even though they didn't win the point on the lob, it got him in better position.
Bar getting a little too big. Rob, you just mentioned that previous point was set up by the lob. In your opinion, are we seeing lobs getting more into the game? It used to be just Susanna, but all of a sudden we're starting to see more and more players. Allison Harris threw up a handful in the last game.
Yeah, it's very dependent on the conditions. And here it's pretty warm. We're playing on Pickleball United courts, which the ball doesn't bounce as high. So it plays very slow here. So the lob's super effective, especially if you're taking it out of the air.
Look at Rob bringing the high-level analysis. We don't need you anymore, Chad.
Careful now.
Chad's just thinking about how many ATPs I've missed.
Yeah, careful now. Well, I was going to say, you know, there's probably a miss on the court that we've seen you make, like, in every single match
create a lot of messes. Yeah, I do. I get myself in trouble, and I try to claw out of it.
You do.
A lot.
You do. You're an escape artist at times.
Straight into the crowd. But that's an important part of being a professional, is learning how to get yourself out of jams, especially if you don't have your best stuff on a certain day.
No, 100%. I think being able, and that's what I mentioned with Mari, like being able to scramble in midcourt and play good defense and get back into the kitchen is a huge deal. And I think I've already seen marked improvement by her on that. She's already got all the offense in the world, as we're seeing now.
Right there, on cue.
But as she continues to get better, it's going to be all from the midcourt and the transition zone and thirds where, you know, I watched her 2 months ago. She's chopping that forehand drop, and it's going higher, going to the net, and now she's making it. So she's getting much, much better.
Well, it's pretty easy when you elevate a ball like that.
Yeah, a little too much there from Newell. Not sure if she just didn't commit to the speed up there, but just kind of flicked the paddle at it.
Fudge and Newell taking a timeout as they find themselves trailing by 3. And Susanna Barr, Mari Humberg looking very comfortable as a newer duo in this tournament. And AJ McCord joins us now with more on how this partnership formed.
Well, Dorian, I was talking with Susanna before her and Mari took the court here today, and I asked her, what do you think is the biggest strength that you and Mari bring to the court together? And she said, it's because we're both very crafty. And Mari yesterday was telling me that craftiness with the ability to throw so many things on the court at any given time is actually something she's trying to be more strategic about, because each of them have so many different shots within their arsenal that they can pull out at any given time. For Mari specifically, she said, now I want to be more strategic with when and how I use them. Susanna Barr, a very crafty player with the types of shots she's able to do, the types of lobs like you guys have been talking about, she is able to throw up on her opponents. And so that's one of the things that Susanna says is making this duo work so well.
Thanks, AJ. Mari and Susanna
off to a good start, and I was talking with him as well, and I just told him I was excited to see this partnership. It's one of the things that I've loved about this 2024 season. We are starting to see partnerships coalesce, but there's been a lot of movement this year, and it's provided us with a lot of new opportunities and intriguing matchups.
Well, they did play together in Delray, and it was kind of a feeling out process. The communication wasn't there, and they had a couple of rough matches that they escaped. But definitely here in New York, looking a little more cohesive.
7-4-2.
You had the big words this weekend.
Oh, look, you just used one 5 seconds ago.
Well, I don't give you a lot of compliments, so I thought that I would try to start mixing those in a little bit.
I thought you were making fun of me.
Shout out.
You gave me a
I know it's a very fine line.
Gave me a compliment? I'm not used to compliments.
4-7-1.
I'll take it as an offense every time.
Welcome to the booth, Rob. This is what it's like.
Point.
Just wide. Back to a 2-point deficit, 5-7-1 on the paddle of Jana Newell. And it's won by Newell.
A little bit of the power you're talking about right there, Rob?
Yeah, I don't like it.
She hits the ball harder than you.
It's too hard. I don't like it. She can stay away from the court I'm on.
Good ball movement there.
Point.
You talked about earlier, Rob, as far as
1 minute.
how to combat bar and the cross court. That's exactly it right there as far as moving it around, not allowing bar to get into that pattern. So good job there from Newell going right foot, left foot.
Yeah, and we saw the switch where Megan's on, Fudge is on the right, and we got Newell on the left.
What does that switch do in terms of how Bar and Humberg have to construct their points?
Yeah, it just gives you a different look, right? And I think in Susanna's head, she's thinking, okay, I want to go cross court with Megan all day. But Megan's dinking has been much sharper than it has been in the past. There's marked improvement in it, and she's able to keep balls down. So I think anytime you can give in matches, you get stuck in patterns, and when things aren't going well, it's really important to switch the patterns because you can go the whole rest of the match in that pattern and lose because of it.
So you're saying don't be stubborn.
Don't be stubborn. Yeah, sometimes you got to switch it up.
7-all here in this first game of our second women's doubles semifinals. Great hands there from Fudge.
Yeah, it's a little too big on that last one there from Humberg, and it's almost like the miss hit kind of threw her off on the ball before.
8-7-1.
Oh, some tremendous defense, but Bar just pushing Fudge back with the overhead.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of a shift in strategy with Fudge and Newell, which are ripping thirds right now and relying on their hands.
You like that strategy, Rob?
It's paying off. I mean, again, we don't want to keep the same pattern. Like if something's not working, you want to change patterns, whether that's switching sides, whether it's going drive instead of drop, and they are doing both.
A little bit of hesitation there from Newell as that ball floated. Typically, Humberg's going to reach in and flick that through the middle.
7-9-1.
That's a ball you shouldn't be flicking, and she's flicking.
But we've seen her do it multiple times below the net there.
Too hot to handle off the paddle of Bar, and they're back within one.
Get anything high to Susanna's forehand, she slaps the living crap out of it.
And we've lost the ball over the side of the barrier here on Championship Court. Got it back. We're good.
8-9-1.
8-9-1.
mean, that's the drop she used to always miss, and now she's
Second
making it.
server.
Second server on the way as Fudge was able to put away the forehand winner.
8-9-2.
Right at the shoulder of Fudge. And you can see what a catch out there in the stands. Love some fan participation here on Championship Court.
Well, you saw right there, Fudge saying middle. She didn't get Humberg extended enough. Humberg doing an excellent job staying nice and compact with that forehand, getting it back into the body of Fudge quickly. But you can't miss that one in the net there.
Well, we saw that come back to haunt
9-9.
Amanda Hendry and Kelsey
9-9.
Grambeau in the previous semifinal. 9-all.
Second server.
This is the third. Second serve coming.
9-9-2.
So much power. She stays so compact as Newell with that little forehand.
Yeah, well, she definitely has the power, and that when she does get big, we've seen her in the last couple of tournaments at times get a little too big. That's when the ball sprays. She's done a good job here this week of staying more compact.
It's game point for Newell and Fudge.
And saved it.
Humberg turns around with a little laugh because Barr said that ball was going out. If you know anything about Susanna Barr, probably hits the most out balls on tour.
Well, I can attest to that.
Bounce it!
9,
I have
10,
memories
1.
of you screaming bounce it in last year's gold medal match.
Ooh.
Oh, right through the middle for the forehand winner. We're tied at 10.
Again, Newell trying to test the forehand there of Barr, not the spot. If anything, you're going to go middle of the chest there and not allow her to clear anything.
10-10-1.
But it is odd because, like, you know, most people are sitting backhand when they're on the right side. It's just like she's not.
No.
Humberg all over the court, and it's given them game point.
Yeah, excellent counter there, reset, and then the
11,
movement
10,
to
1,
come
1
over
minute.
and cover. This ball into the body, tough there, gets it down. Quick to react there from Humberg.
And really set up by Susanna Barr's really aggressive roll dinks, which is, I would say, you know, that with her thirds are her best attributes.
So, Rob, you've been in this situation before, playing alongside both Megan Fudge and Susanna Barr. What is the key for both of these players coming out of this timeout?
Yeah, I mean, Susanna wants a rhythm. She wants to methodically get up to the kitchen line, dictate points in the kitchen with her roll dinks to try to get a pop-up. Megan wants you to speed up at her. She's got really fast hands. She's got great counters. Her defense is amazing. If you leave anything up, she'll go after it. But I would say Susanna wants to dictate with her dinks, and Megan wants you to come at her.
One of the things that makes this matchup so intriguing is both players wanting something a little bit different, as this is a close one as we expected here between these two teams, the 2 and the 3 seed meeting in our second of 2 semifinals. And it is game point for Susanna Barr and Mari Humberg.
Let's just be honest, it's super fun because Susanna and Megan used to play together.
Yeah,
so this
they
is a nice little
know
rivalry.
each other's games exceptionally well.
And we will talk about that in game 2 because that was a question I had for Rob. We just haven't had the opportunity to get to it
11,
because there's been
10,
so
1.
much action.
Oh.
So Humberg pulls it a little bit too wide, but still on serve, second server. So another chance.
Great timeout.
10-2.
And then Barr misses it. So Rob, you right on point. Great timeout.
Great timeout. Just, I mean, I can't tell you how many times that happened to me
10,
today,
11,
several times. They call a timeout and just, even when you come back, you're like, focus, get this point, and it's just hard.
Fudge and Newell fighting off a pair of game points. They have worked it back to 11-all.
Well, and that's a little bit of the Fudge counter that you're talking about, Rob, where she almost floated that ball, baiting the speed up.
Yep. I mean, I don't think it's intentional. I don't know. You always hear like a bait ball. I don't think anybody's ever wanting to throw a ball high. Truly. Like, I hit a lot of high dinks, but it's not because I'm doing it on purpose. It sometimes pays off because you leave it high, then you're trying to cover for yourself.
11-2.
But I don't know. I think the bait ball is a myth.
Pressure dinking there from Yana Newell was just exquisite.
Well, that's the issue with that roll dink that Susanna has is if it's a really aggressive dink, it's going to be much tougher to handle to roll it back. You have to almost just bunt it back, and she wasn't able to.
Game point. Wide off the paddle of Humberg, and Fudge and Newell outlast the 2 seed. They take game 1 at 13-11 in our women's doubles semifinal. We will be back for game number 2 here on Championship Court of the 2024 Zimmer Biomet APP New York City Open.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours, because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
Nothing makes a gathering great like Eggland's best eggs. They're just so delicious. With better nutrition, too. For us, it's eggs any style, as long as they're the best. Eggland's best.
Stop it. Everybody stop it.
Welcome back to the Big Apple on this beautiful Saturday afternoon at the Zimmer Biomet APP New York City Open as we get set for game 2 of our women's doubles semifinals. Welcome back into the booth, Dorian Kraft, Chad Edwards. Chad, how did Rob do for his first time giving commentary?
You know what? I think he did pretty well. You know, don't give up your day job out on the court just yet. But you've definitely got the insight for sure. We always talk about it. Pros make pretty good commentators. They've had the insight. They know exactly what's going on the court.
Well, it's just good to know that we have Rob in the back pocket in case you or Dom go down. We know where we can go for against the others.
How would they go down? What?
Dom and I,
you pull a what?
Have you seen him fall off of this stage like 3 times this week?
Hey, it's dangerous out here.
It is. There's lots of cords.
Lots of cords, televisions to run into, tends to hit your head on as Barb misses that into the net.
I took my hip out on that TV right there. I took my head out on the center of the tent, and I smacked my forehead into the camera here this morning.
Sounds like a good case for workers' comp, you know?
Commentating is a full contact sport.
Oh, that's a nice
Bar
spot
going
there
right
from
into
Barb.
the body of Fudge. That is a heady play, and it goes back, Rob, what you mentioned. These two used to play together, so they know each other's games so well. When you know each other so well like that, Rob, is it easier or is it harder to go again once another?
You do know each other's game, but at the same time, you're used to playing alongside the person, not across the net from them. So even though you know their tendencies, it's still different because you're not used to playing against them.
Point.
So I think there is this period of trying to figure each other out, even though you know tendencies.
Barr putting it at the feet of Newell. 1-1. Just absolutely firing at Barr there.
It was the softer of the 5 balls that Barr fought off right there that she missed in the net because it was a little bit more extended. But the power coming out of Jana Newell is impressive for sure.
If I had her power, I'd be so good.
Newell, of course, one of the OGs of the APP Tour. She won Next Gen back in 2021.
Fall.
Push off.
Haven't seen a ton of foot faults in this tournament, but Humberg gets called as she's trying to push off to get the overhead.
I think what you just saw there with Megan is very important for anybody watching at home of how to get to the kitchen line. It's not hit a perfect drop then rush in. It took her 3 or 4 shots to get all the way to the kitchen, but you don't have to hit a perfect third. Make your way in. That's why it's important to get good at the transition zone.
Humberg puts it right back up the middle. Second serve on the way. No, Rob, I think it's a great point because a lot of people watching maybe new to pickleball are starting to play, and they have that tendency to just want to rush the kitchen line.
Yeah, position's everything, and if you hit a high ball and you're moving forward, you're in a lot of trouble.
Just deep there. Barr coming out a little flat. You know, Rob, you said if you had Newell's power, you'd be pretty good. You'd be pretty good if you were her age as well. You know,
yeah,
we're not in our 20s anymore.
Yep.
So.
No, I mean, I could use a lot of help from a lot of different areas.
Missed return by Barr. It's a 3-point deficit here in game number 2 after Fudge and Newell took game 1 at 13-11.
Great job.
Point.
Got away with one there.
Timeout receivers.
Jana pulled it from her basically her shoelaces to Mari's backhand. She was not expecting it, nor was I. So no surprise that she got caught there.
Barr and Humberg taking a timeout here early on in game number 2 as Fudge and Newell's lead has grown to 4. So Megan and Jana teaming up today in the women's doubles bracket, but last night they were going head-to-head in the women's singles gold medal match. And this one, game number 1, Chad, very tight.
Yeah, extremely tight for Fudge. Newell was ahead. She was hitting excellent balls on the run, and then Fudge started to create the angles, get those balls down, and really create the opportunities. So, you know, there were competitors last night, but like we said earlier, friends off the court, partners here. You know, it's always tough to play against your partner in singles.
That's one of the fun things about the APP Tour. You have mixed, you have doubles, you have singles all going on, and so often you are playing against people that you'll play with later in the tournament. Newell there gets caught a little bit in the center of the court.
Well, it's just a tough ball to speed up from right there. The ball's already behind her body. It's almost a, I'm just going to hit and hope on that one.
A good timeout taken by Humberg and Barr as they're able to earn the side out.
Point.
Nice placement there from Barr at the feet of Newell.
This is a super critical time in this game where they had the timeout. They got the first point coming out of the timeout. If I'm Megan and Jana, you really want to lock things down, not let anything go from here. Played really clean points.
Newell misses the backhand.
Not like that.
So I have to ask you, because I come from a softball background, and I would count outs as we got closer to the end of the game. As a pickleball player, do you start counting points as you're inching closer to that 11?
Yeah, I mean, you don't. Yeah, I mean, not to the point of it being like softball or baseball, where it's like, you're showing your teammates that, you have 2. But to the point of you don't want them to get to that 7, 8, 9 ballpark, because you're going to be in trouble. So you got to keep it close and maintain that. And you just got to, like, the bigger gap there is between points, you've got to just play really clean.
Right, because you don't have margin for error. You can't get multiple points back at a time.
Yeah, yep. That's not always. Sometimes you have to play aggressive and rip. If nothing's working, you have to try to shake and bake, rip. But it's always very, very dependent. But
it's situational.
Situational, but that was a fantastic early timeout at 5-1. Got 3 quick points, right back in it.
So what would you like to see Fudge and Newell do differently out of this timeout?
Be patient. I think Jana's pulling from odd spots and trying to get out of the dink a little early. And I think where they were having success is with just being patient and letting the other side pull. And like I said, Megan's got great counters. Jana's got more power 3 times more power than I do. They're fine. So just be patient. Wait for them to attack. They want to counter. Where did the rain? Is that rain? Where did this come from? Or is that not rain?
No, it is.
It is.
Now we have.
No.
So the day that I don't make it to championship court, there's rain everywhere.
They were out there, but there's a reason why we can't have rainstorm here, but we're not going to go into that.
Okay. Sore subject. Sorry, broadcast.
4, 5, this is 1. The same side.
Love
2
Celsius.
sides.
No.
Just kidding.
We're still rainstorm.
Just kidding, everybody. This is, my opinions are mine alone. No, I do
Rob
love
Nunnery, not endorsed
Valencia
by
guys
for his opinion.
Valencia orange is my favorite.
I would agree with that.
I mean, it's money. It makes me feel like I'm in Valencia. It's everybody drink it.
Rob, get used to Rob while he's here, folks. May not be back for a while.
It was here for a good time, not a long time.
It was fun while it lasted.
5-5-2.
5-5-2.
Point.
Sails long off the paddle. Another point for Barr and Humberg if they have taken a 6-5 lead here in game number 2.
Well, again, right there, Fudge trying to create something from a ball that really wasn't there on the speed up.
6-5-2.
If I were coaching Megan and Jan right now, I'd just tell them to be super patient.
Side out.
Helps when you get a missed third there to get back on serve.
And honestly, they're avoiding Susanna's drops because she does hit really sharp drops. But they're not super high margin, so she can give you a flurry of errors. So I'm surprised they're not mixing it up a little bit.
Oh, it's a great idea, but just not executed well enough.
I wouldn't have missed that because I hit it so soft that it would have landed in.
Well, you talk about that. We've had a conversation with it before. I was like, why aren't you using the new power paddle with Selkirk and everything? You're like, no, I like the soft paddle.
Yeah.
I want to be able to take a full swing and the ball still land in.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's all player preference. Some people like having a lot of easy power. I like to just create my own power because it feels like more of a challenge. And the tour, I don't think the tour would be able to handle me playing with a power paddle. So just to level out the playing field, I feel like me playing with the Lux is probably the fairest thing to do.
Backhand winner off the edge guard for Fudge. One of us in this booth has to pay attention to what is going on in the court.
We're paying attention. We're seeing
this is a fantastic match. Wow, look at that airplane. Look at that angle. Seriously, it's incredible.
We are right near LaGuardia here on the grounds of the USCA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center.
Good pressure there from Bart. Pushing Newell back behind the baseline.
6-1.
Oh, that is just ridiculous. That's how you go from defense to offense.
those are the points that they want right there. Grind. Like, Fudge is at her best when she's legit scrambling and just getting balls back.
And Fudge turned to Newell after that point and said, so good.
Oh, it's such a tough dink right to Jana's left foot, where we've seen, I think, 3 errors here, not in probably the last 20 minutes. So that's got to be where Susanna's looking to go, is Jana's left foot, because she's struggling there on that backhand dink.
7-6-2.
7-6-2.
That's a big swing there from Newell. Wasn't going to get cheated on that swing for sure. Got a little help from the net court as well.
What if we made a rule where if you hit the net cord and it goes over, you lose the point, period. It's over. Point's over. You lose it. You lose it. You lose it. I think it would make it way more fair.
That sounds like someone who
there. The point's over.
Done.
That sounds like someone who's been abused one too many times by the net cord.
Well,
Barr tried the patented lob, pushed it a little bit too far, and it is knotted up at 7 here in game number 2. After Megan Fudge and Jana Newell took game number 1, 13-11.
Great drop.
They kept getting closer and closer and closer to the net with each time the ball dribbled off of the net cord.
There's nothing a crowd likes more than just balls rolling over.
Oh, it's always a. That one actually sat on top of the net cord there for a little bit.
Humberg not.
Humberg had a chance to get up there and just blow that as it was popped up as well.
A little bit of friendly banter, but it's a point for Fudge and Newell as Barr and Humberg take another timeout as they trail 8-7 here in game number 2. A reminder to check out pickleballsuperstore.com via the QR code on the screen to get your instant discounts. We are just the second match into the day here on this men's and women's doubles Saturday here at the Zimmer Biomet APP New York City Open. Simone Jardim and Allison Harris already making it into the gold medal match. The winner of this will advance to meet them there. We still have a pair of men's semifinals on the way, by the way.
Hey, let's just put it this way. We're playing under the lights here.
It's night session.
We had a night session last night. Nice and cool.
Night session at Billie Jean King Tennis Center. I mean, what more in the world could anybody ever want?
The Open After Dark, baby. It's the atmosphere.
That is everything.
Rob, did you get a chance to play here when you were playing tennis coming up?
Oh, that's great. Oh, my God.
Well, I know some of the younger players.
That is unbelievable that you asked for that. Oh, my God.
That just shows the confidence I have in you as a player.
Well, or delusion. Yeah, no chance. I watched some of this on TV, but never sniffed no chance.
So then what is it like for you to, having watched those tournaments, to get to have the opportunity to play? And you won a gold medal here last year.
Yeah, no, it's super cool. I mean, just the environment. I mean, I love what you guys did with the center court this year. I mean, I always talk about great stadium courts in pickleball, and it's always courts that have really tight bleachers, and that's what we have here, because it makes it just the environment feel so intimate, where the fans are like right in the action, and it's just so fun as a player.
Nice hold there for Barr and Humberg.
All right, critical part here. Here we go.
Monumental hold for Barr and Humberg as they're trailing by 2. Oh, tremendous effort by Barr, but she's not able to get there. Second serve coming.
I will say that Susanna Barr is not one that can get upset with somebody for hitting a net cord and it rolling over.
Yeah, the net lord. I mean, that's a crazy shot. The little backhand scoop, whatever she just did. It's just insane.
Oh, just
one.
A little bit of a wind assist right there.
It's funny you mentioned the backhand scoop. I was talking to Susanna the other night, and in her teaching clinics, people always ask her how she does it. And she's like, I don't know how to teach it the way I do it. I can teach it technically correct, but I just don't know it because it works for me.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't teach it. It's such a crazy shot that's so effective for her.
Keep the secret sauce as Fudge and Newell able to get back on serve, just 2 points away from moving into the gold medal match. Just wide off of the paddle and Newell.
Like the first attack there from Newell into the body of Humberg, but difficult second attack from a ball that was that low.
And Mari sits backhand, so you got to pull that middle.
That's a big put away from Humberg.
Yeah, if the ball's above the net to Mari, it's it's not going to come back a lot.
8-9-1.
8-9-1.
I think I thought about going around the post for a split second there, and then she got into a position that really didn't leave her any other option other than just trying to hope to regain court position, but tough ball.
Is nobody in the kitchen? How's nobody in the kitchen?
I
thought everybody was in the kitchen.
Somehow, Newell was able to establish both feet, getting back out. We see
huge point.
Steps up. What? No, I think that may have been a miss one, Rob. I think you're right. I don't know if Newell was able to get both feet back out of the kitchen there before she hit it.
Well, regardless, the result is 9-all. Great decision there from Barr in a pressure moment.
Good pressure, good power, brings up game point.
Smart timeout. 10-9-2, 1 minute.
Another timeout taken here by Fudge and Newell is now they are trying to stave off a game point.
Was it a kitchen violation? You saw it, Chad?
I think it may have been. I don't think she got the second foot out.
Rob, the thing you don't know about me is you do not want to ask my opinion on reviews. I am the worst one in the booth when it comes to determining what the outcome actually is.
And we're not able to, or from what we've tried, I wasn't able to review foot faults, right? Just line calls, point-ending line calls.
Point-ending line calls as we take...
But why not foot faults? Let's just talk about that. Just to get into the APP policies and procedures, you know?
We can get into that in game number 3. Why don't we talk about game point coming up?
There's no cameras on the kitchen one.
Oh, why not? Just
kidding.
Chad's just like, Rob, stop. Just stop.
Fudge and Newell coming back out of the timeout, trailing by 1 here in game number 2. Humberg and Barr trying to force a winner-take-all game 3 here in our second of 2 women's semifinals. Fudge putting away the overhead with some emphasis.
Mari taking a pretty big chance on a low ball that she rolled. Obviously didn't pay off there.
9-10-1.
9-10-1. Barr into the net. It's 10-all. So that magnifies the chance that Humberg took at 10-9-2.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, when you're in these tight parts of the game, you just want to play really high percentage pickleball.
Finally, Humberg waits on one to float long as she was peppering the court with overheads.
10-10-2.
10-10-2.
I think there was a key point there in the first 2 balls where Newell came over, took a backhand away from Fudge, kind of put Fudge out of position a little bit. From that point on, they were both scrambling.
Just a little out of position, yep. That's a ridiculous dink.
It would have been a tremendous pickup by Newell.
It's like a drive from the kitchen at your feet.
I thought you said timeout.
And take another look at this ball from Barr, just right at the feet of Newell. And it is given her and Humberg game point. Just on
Megan,
the line.
Megan bailing out Yana on a really head-high dink. But hey, that's what partners are for.
You got to be able to trust your partner in those moments, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Fault, left foot.
Push up again.
No challenge.
Humberg wants to challenge it.
No, can't challenge it.
Only line calls are challengeable.
Okay.
We'll see a replay.
Here
She
we go.
goes. She's going to get called on the left foot again. So she splits. One, done.
Yep, gotcha.
Good call there from head referee Brett Hutless.
Hey, look, when
hot sauce.
When bad lobs pay off.
Yeah. But that's the tennis background right there with the split step push off.
Oh yeah, I mean that's how you're taught. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Doesn't work so well in pickleball.
Second serve.
No, but I know that from all the years I spent here in Flushing Meadows playing at Billie Jean King Tennis Center in my tennis career growing up.
To Dorian's credit, you could have made a regional. You could have made.
I mean, look at me. No way.
Point.
Missed return, 11
The
all.
strokes are a little unorthodox. It's not, your standard.
No, I played Division I tennis. Look, but like the other coach would always look at me and be like, "That guy's terrible." I played number 1 too, but I played trash tennis, like ugly stuff, and it worked.
It all goes the same in the book as a win.
Exactly.
Off the net cord, unkind.
Oh. Match
Humberg
point.
cannot believe it as she taps the net cord, asking for a little help of her own, but it is now match point for Fudge and Newell.
12-11-2.
Oh, she missed it.
It was wide open, too.
Wanted to end it with a little extra oomph, and it's too long.
The funny thing is, though, like when you're on a singles court and you make that ball.
Yeah,
as soon as
exactly.
you go for the drive in doubles, it's almost like you've got this smaller window. You try to go for more.
It's so true. It's so odd, right? Like you would never miss that in singles, and then in doubles, it's like you put too much into it.
11-12-2.
11-12-2. Oh, nice combination. 12-all.
Good defense there from Humberg and a good counter. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just got on top and robbed your.
She sits backhand. Don't go to her backhand. She sits backhand. Just get her on that right hip or the right armpit. Backhand. Even though she missed that, she was on it.
Side out, but we are tied at 12 as Humberg and Barr able to fight off a match point.
Two really, really good women's semifinals.
12-12-1. Second serve.
Not often you see Megan Fudge miss a return.
Well, that's where you're just trying to be a little fine.
Yeah.
Not wanting to leave the drop up. You're wanting to keep it down.
12-12-2.
I was surprised Yana didn't take it. It was her forehand drop. Now they switch sides. Back to Megan on the left. Funky hop.
Topspin heavy, yeah. Kicked up off the court in an unusual way. We had some weird points here on this court in this match. Still tied at 12 as the serve back over to the 2 seeds.
I don't like when Yana cuts that dink.
5-hole winner from Barr, and it's game point.
That's exactly what Susanna wants you to do. She has that roll, and then when you slice it back, it just allows her to get even more roll on it.
More playing to her spin.
Yeah, you got to at least hit it flat back or respond with topspin. Yeah, that's how you cut off Susanna's dink. Take it out of the air.
Oh, Humberg's the one that pulled the trigger first, but it's too long.
Right ball?
Right ball. If he just slows that thing off speed over Yana's left shoulder, it is money. But just too much juice on it.
Still second serve, so game point number 2. Humberg couldn't make the pickup.
Yeah, nice ball there from Newell, right at the feet of Humberg.
So Fudge and Newell able to get back on serve, trailing by 1 here in game number 2. Fudge and Newell took game 1 at 13-11.
12-13-1.
Backhand sprayed wide.
Well, the hard part with that heavy cut return there from Humberg, especially when it's low and you're trying to drive it, timing has to be absolutely perfect. And if it slides any like it did right there, we saw Newell hitting off the back foot. Oh.
Taking a look at the ball. We saw, to your point about this heavy slice from Mari Humberg, we saw Will Howell struggle with that last night in the mixed doubles gold medal match when he was trying to drive her balls and spraying those wide.
Well, and also, too, a lot of the times you're trying to hit that heavy topspin drive, and when the ball is lower with backspin, you're going to generate more topspin and push it straight down into the net. This time, a little wide from Newell.
They did not tell me physics would be involved in this.
Just rotation. It's not really physics.
Listen, for someone who had to do 9th grade geometry this week.
Come on. If I was to ask you,
I wouldn't be able to either.
If I was to ask you, in a softball perspective, reading the pitch coming out of the pitcher's hand, you can pick up rotation.
Yeah, absolutely. 13-all.
Jeez, you just got to dumb it down sometimes.
We got a baseball and a softball crew in here. Look at that.
Yeah.
Wait, did you just call me dumb?
No.
Okay.
Oh, never.
Into the body is match point.
2 right hips, 1 on Mari, 1 on Susanna. They're finding the right spots.
No, you just have to simplify the explanation.
Oh, match point.
Would never call you dumb, Dory.
Urge them to be patient here.
Oh, what a shot by Humberg. Backhand winner to earn the side out.
And we're playing extra pickleball, ladies and gentlemen. Nice flick there. You see Newell trying to come across cover middle.
Everyone's going for the water bottles as we play on here on this humid afternoon.
Yeah, not taking timeouts, just hydration breaks.
Especially important considering we're playing all the way through the brackets today. No stop after the semifinal for Championship Sunday. Humberg cuts it just a little fine.
Well, again, there's that tightness of nobody wants to make the error. Nobody wants to speed up on the wrong ball.
Side out.
A pair of missed dinks, and Fudge and Newell will get another chance at closing out this match.
We're going to game 3. Calling it. This is it.
What, this point right here?
Yeah.
Sorry,
game point.
Yeah,
Match point. Well, look, I might be right both ways. I might be right both ways. God, there's just all double-digit numbers on the scoreboard.
Ball, left
foot. She got done for another push-off.
Not on that one, not again. Let's see
Done
it.
That is how the match will end. Humberg called for her 3rd foot fault of the match. This one on match point, and it pushes Megan Fudge and Jana Newell into the gold medal match as they outlast Mari Humberg and Susanna Barr. We will hear from our winners when we return here on Championship Court at the 2024 Zimmer Biomet APP New York City Open.
From tonight, Grant Gill will become a legend when he totally kills it at his improv class's graduation performance. Knees will be slapped. Suds will be sprayed. People won't know what hurts more, their cheeks or their sides. That's why he's already keeping himself in shape and razor sharp today with health tips and wellness tools from AARP to help make sure his health lives as long as he does. Because the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Less is more, unless it's less beer.
Flat tire.
And we'll take another look at match point for Megan Fudge and Jana Newell. Yeah, it was definitely another push-off there from Mari Humberg. She questioned all 3 of them, but I think Brett Hutler's got them all right. So Fudge and Newell moving on to gold medal. We'll throw it down to AJ McCord for our Franklin post-match interview.
Congratulations, Jana, Megan, a very hard-fought victory here on Championship Court. And Jana, you guys were going at it last night on this exact same court in the women's singles gold medal match, but we talked about how your partnership has made it possible to just turn the page, work together. How important was that for you guys today?
No, it was amazing, and I mean, singles is a totally different game, and I have huge respect for Megan. We were able to build really good chemistry off the court, and I think that's what helps us on the court when the game is tight, 11-11 in the second, and we trust each other's decisions, and it works.
And Megan, tight is the perfect way to describe the ends of those games when the match gets down to moments like that, where every single serve, every single point is so critical. What are you and Jana talking about to make sure that you tap in and are able to get it done?
Yeah, I mean, I literally told her before the point, I was like, you want it?
Do you want it? Should we get it now? Should we do it now? I mean, no, amazing digs from her, and just like the focus. She kept me focused and kept me positive. Big moments. I felt like we were playing men's doubles a little bit out there, a lot of dinking, a lot of resets, and just a lot of grinding, but very physical match. Obviously respect for Susanna and Mari. They're playing amazing pickleball, and I know that won't be our last time to battle, so congrats to them, and we're excited to be playing in the final, though.
We're excited to see you later tonight. Congratulations to both of you. We'll see you then.
Well, Rob, you did a great job here in the booth, but I think Dom's got something to tell you right now.
Hey, you ain't got to leave, but you got to get up out of here, buddy.
Like I said, here for a good time, not a long time. It's been a blast.
I'm sorry I missed it. But we're going to take a quick break. Next up here on Championship Court, it's all about the gentlemen here. 2 semifinals coming for you next. Don't go anywhere.
Play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours, because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
I'm Ariel Pastori-Sebring here with Vlasic Pickles, and we're putting the pickle in pickleball. In pickleball, the term pickled is when you don't score any points in a game. This grilled Vlasic pickle recipe will score you all the points. Slice them in half long ways. Skewer your pickles, put those babies on the grill. Now we're gonna make our ranch. Roll in crushed potato chips. Winner's grilled pickles.
It's hard to find supplements that work. No, thank you. You need supplements that are backed by science with natural and plant-based ingredients.
And that are third-party tested.
Because cleaner is better. Like Ora Organic. Plant-based supplements made from the Earth's most powerful plants for your immune health, gut health, workouts, and more. Find out more at oraorganic.com.
The APP is sponsored by SI Tickets, official ticketing partner of the APP Tour. Eggland's Best, better taste, better nutrition, better eggs. And Ora Organic, rooted in science, powered by nature.
When I think of Leo Reve, I think of compression, support, and recovery.
Nothing brings us together like Eggland's Best Eggs. We love the taste, always so fresh and delicious, plus superior nutrition. For us, it's eggs any style, as long as they're the best. Eggland's Best.
The APP is sponsored by Yola, for the champion in you. Humana, official healthcare partner of the APP Tour. And Fat Tire, crisp, bright, easy drinking. Welcome back to
championship court here at the Zimmer Biomet APP New York City Open as we get set for our first men's doubles semifinal. It will be the duo of Will Howells and CJ Klinger going up against Mario Barrientos and Jack Monroe. That is at the bottom of your screen, the second semifinal coming up after this one. And Dom, you and Chad alluded to it earlier in the broadcast. This has been a day of upsets on the men's doubles side.
I mean, just light a firecracker underneath the guy's bracket and just blow it up right now.
Watch it burn, baby.
That's exactly what happened. If it was March Madness, you'd be out. You wouldn't even be paying attention to the second weekend. So, yes, you have a lot of names that you may not have seen, but definitely worthy players. And that's the one we got right in front of us now. You may know one of them at least. Will Howells, CJ Klinger. They have been playing really well as of late, and they are sitting here in our first semifinal.
Howells and Klinger both made the final of our mixed doubles gold medal match. That was last night. And Will Howells and CJ Klinger, they have played together before, already have a gold medal to their name. That came all the way back in the first tournament of the season in Punta Gorda. They captured gold in men's doubles. Partners once again here in New York City. Dom, what should we expect to see from the duo of Howells and Klinger?
Well, CJ Klinger, he may be that steady kind of player on that right side, but don't go to sleep on his power and his movement. He's going to try and jump in with that big lefty forehand in the middle and try and wreak havoc. Will Howells always looking to wreak havoc as he's going to play with some pace. And if he puts the ball away or anywhere, he's going to tell you about it. So Will Howells, not a stranger to talking to his opponents and letting them know how that last shot was. CJ Klinger kind of the opposite. He's really quiet, kind of stays to himself. So, and actually a good partnership.
A funny moment yesterday when Howells put one away, waved the finger at CJ Klinger, who was completely unfazed, as we take a look there at Mario Barrientos, the 29-year-old out of Provo, Utah. He is playing alongside Jack Monroe, a new partnership. We'll get into that as this match evolves, as we are underway. Klinger and Howells at the top of your screen, Barrientos and Monroe at the bottom. Right into the left hip off of the paddle of Barrientos.
And that's exactly what you're going to see for Mario Barrientos. He is going to reach in and use that backhand flick. That is one of his strengths. Barrientos has great touch. Will play soft, but will set that soft game, or the soft game will set up his aggressive play.
Winner off the paddle of CJ Klinger as he and Howells look to do damage here in this men's doubles semifinal. AJ McCord joins us now with more on the duo of Klinger and Howells.
Dorian, you guys were talking about the dynamic between Will and CJ. This is only their second APP tournament together, but Will told me that he feels like he's always been comfortable on the court with CJ. Their styles of play just match up really well with each other. And CJ told me he loves playing with Will because he fires him up in between points. And so watch that partnership, despite how new it is, to work well from a chemistry standpoint.
Thanks, AJ. I love that. And, of course, if you want a partner that's going to fire you up, there may be nobody better on tour to do that than Will Howells. He is one of the loudest, most energetic players on the APP this season.
Barrientos whiffed on the ball, and Jack Monroe was like, hey, don't worry about it, partner. I got you in the middle here.
I got an opportunity to talk to these two earlier today, and that is something specifically that Barrientos mentioned about playing with Monroe. He said, you know what, if I make a mistake or if something goes wrong in the middle of the point, Monroe is always so positive, and that's what I love about playing alongside him. Monroe getting a little too big. Second serve on the way.
Yeah, he's there. Good read in the middle with that lefty forehand. And this is interesting right here with these two teams playing against each other. Lefty-righty matchups. Middle is not really available.
Side out. Just pushes it past the baseline. Side out.
0-1-1. Second serve.
Second serve as Howells and Klinger still not able to get on the board quite yet here early on in game number 1.
In this matchup, too, we talk about
0-1-2.
Monroe and Barrientos. They just partnered up 2 days ago. It was very interesting as both of their partners not able to play.
Just past the baseline. Another side out. Is if this is shaping up to be the entire match, Dom, you and I are going to be here for quite a while.
1-0-1.
That ladies match you just had was a long one, too, and only went 2 games.
We have had a couple of really long matches here so far as that went into the net. Here at the Zimmer Biomet APP New York City Open, that mixed doubles gold medal match, an hour and 40 minutes last night.
Unreal. Some good matches, though. Oh, yeah, that ball not coming back right there. Mario sitting in the middle with that big forehand, putting it down.
2-0-2.
2-0-2.
Oh,
body bag. That is center mass to a T.
CJ Klinger going for the Ernie right there. Barrientos reads it perfectly and just goes right at his body. He was not trying to keep that ball in the court.
Attempt comes up a little bit short on the backhand dink, side out. 3-0 lead for the duo of Jack Monroe and Mario Barrientos. Second time Barrientos has been able to catch Klinger in the body.
Ball jumping off the paddle of Barrientos. Klinger not able to get out of the way yet again.
Couple of big drives. That time Klinger able to get a little skinny.
Will Howells right there kind of saying, hey, anything you can do, I can do better. I'm going to come in hot and heavy here with my forehand and backhand. Nice.
Oh, beautiful placement. Can't believe Klinger almost actually got to that ball.
That's a great misdirect on a counter there from Jack Monroe.
3-1-1.
Oh, that's
so good.
Dirty down the middle there from Jack Monroe. Watch him hold this on the two-handed backhand here. Just long enough to create a hole and get the finish down the middle.
Barrios going big. Just long, second serve on the way. Still a 3-point advantage for Monroe and Barrientos. Elevates and puts away the two-hand backhand. Does Will Howells to earn the side out?
Yeah, big job, or big two-handed backhand, like you just said, Dorian, from Will Howells. He finds the left foot of Barrientos. Good patience from Howells and Klinger throughout that point. A couple balls I thought they might attack. They do not. Wait for the right opportunity.
Little unkind net cord to Barrientos as it pops up for Howells to put away.
Two, 4-1.
Gets it a little bit fine. 3-4 now, as it is back to just a 1-point game.
Again, great patience here from Klinger and Howells as they start chipping away at this lead.
I'll recall the score. Three, 4, 1. Point.
That's a good aggressive serve right there from Will Howells. You talk about players, they flirt with that line of legal or illegal serves. Will Howells, one of them. But again, you got to do what you got to do. Until it gets called, you keep doing it. Uncharacteristic error, though, on an easy backhand dink there from Howells.
4-4-2.
Point.
Another point as Klinger and Howells seem to have found their groove. They have ripped off 4 straight points to take their first lead of the game. Howells starting to chirp a little bit right there, saying wrong guy.
Yeah, starting to feel it a little bit is Will Howells. Last thing you want to do, though, is wake up Jack Monroe.
I don't think that Jack Monroe is the guy that you want to trash talk to. Klinger misses the third, so service side back over to Monroe and Barrientos.
4-6-1.
Oh, it's too good! Monroe putting his hands up. I'm going to talk about wrong guy. That's the guy right there.
That is sick right here from Jack Monroe. And again, he plays left-handed, but he is ambidextrous. He serves right-handed if you watch him, but then plays left-handed. That's an easy right-handed forehand for him around the post.
Missed third, second serve coming. And listen, we know Howells likes to play to the crowd. Jack Monroe has a little bit of that in him as well.
Monroe's got some flavor in there.
All you need to know from that is that one goes into the net. Watch his Instagram. 6-all.
6-6-2.
Monroe and Barrientos retake the lead.
7-6-2.
A little confusion in the middle right there. And all of a sudden, ever since the chirp at Jack Monroe, Dorian, by Will Howells, he calmly gives him and Mario Barrientos a 2-point lead here in game one.
A timeout on the court. Humana would like to recognize Rose Chin for the Humana Human Care Spotlight. For the last 3 years, Rose has worked tirelessly as a volunteer coordinator for the APP New York City Open. But not volunteering with the APP, she volunteers with the USTA, US Open, and the Arthur Ashe Kids Day. In recent years, she's dedicated time to the USTA AANHPI, the Asian American Native Hawaiian Pacific Islander Association Tennis Festival. Humana and the APP cannot thank you enough, Rose, for your dedication to helping and growing the game of pickleball. A big thank you to Rose Chin and all of our volunteers who make these tournaments possible. Without you all, we could not do what we do.
Yeah, exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth, Dorian. Without all the volunteers, none of this is possible. And we thank every single one of our volunteers across the country for everything they do each and every weekend.
They're here when you and I get here. They're here when we leave. They are the ones that are putting in tremendous work. As out of the timeout, Howells and Klinger able to get the side out.
681.
Yeah, it's just not what Klinger and Howells need to be doing right now. Third shot drives, not working. Both Jack Monroe and Mario Barrientos, great hands. And just right there, you had a third shot drive to a fifth shot drop into net from Klinger. Then you have a third shot miss. They needed to capitalize on that after coming out of the timeout, holding, and then getting the serve back on their side. Just long. But like you said, Dorian, again, when you talk to Barrientos and Monroe before, Barrientos knowing Monroe's got his back, Barrientos swings and misses again. And who's there to back him up?
Did you see Jack Monroe switch hands in the middle of that ATP defense? That was ridiculous.
That's what he does. That's what the man does. He is so smooth. You watch him jump back, gets right back in, puts that paddle back in his left hand, and just like that, game point.
10-6-1.
10-6-1. Missed dink into the net as Jack Monroe and Mario Barrientos come out on fire. They take game one over Will Howells and CJ Klinger 11-6. We will have game two action coming up next on the other side of the break here at the 2024 Zimmer Biomet APP New York City Open.
Pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours, because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
18 years from tonight, Grant Gill will become a legend when he totally kills it at his improv class's graduation performance. Knees will be slapped. Suds will be sprayed. People won't know what hurts more, their cheeks or their sides. That's why he's already keeping himself in shape and razor sharp today with health tips and wellness tools from AARP to help make sure his health lives as long as he does. Because the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Hi, I'm Chad Edwards, head coach of the Next Gen national team. Today we had the opportunity to have a photo shoot and hand out hats with numbers to our Next Gen national team.
Every player for the past 2 years that's been a part of the national team has been awarded a cap today with a number, and that number has been retired.
We were surprised with these hats.
I was number 6.
I got number 9. Pretty excited for that. Those numbers will stay with those players. They will retire when they graduate from the national team. They'll go up on the wall in the fort.
At the APP headquarters down in Fort Lauderdale, we will have all the players with their photos and their cap number.
As more players start coming through this next-gen national team program, they'll be able to see those numbers retired on the wall up at the fort, and it'll be there in history for the rest.
Well, you saw Jack Monroe in the middle of that ceremony getting his cap. And Jack Monroe, in the middle of this rally, switches hands on the ATP defense. Ends up being a winner for him and Barrientos as they looked in control of game number 1 from start to finish. They took it 11-6.
Yeah, it was a great job by Barrientos and Monroe. Just calm and cool. Didn't let the talking get to them. They just let the play do the work for them. Great job. And they got 1 game under their belt.
1 game away for playing for the gold medal here in New York City.
Bravo, 7th Bravo, Kendall Willis.
5-hole winner. Barrientos going right between the legs of Will Howells.
Yeah, nice job by Barrientos. Again, we talk about that big forehand in the middle, Dorian. Do not go to sleep on big Barrientos there. He does like to drop a lot, doesn't drive too much, but he does have a ton of power.
0-1-1.
0-1-1. Into the tape. And there was a period there in game number 1 where it looked like Howells and Klinger had put it together. They were on a bit of a run. They only scored 1 more point after that. What has been the biggest difference as this point progresses? What's been the biggest difference that you've seen that went into the tape as the match has gone on?
Well, they're waiting for the right opportunities. They're not getting premature. They're waiting for those right opportunities to attack. And they've played patient. Then also you've had Klinger and Howells make some uncharacteristic errors. But not right there. Nice job by Will Howells going right at the body of Jack Monroe.
Better combination, and it gives Howells and Klinger the lead.
No, Will. 2-1-2.
Klinger coming up just a little bit short as that power of Barrientos pushing him back just a tad in the court.
Yeah, good aggressive push there from Barrientos, using his length really well to reach out in front and take that ball out of the air. Oh, Howells just a little too much on the counter. I like the counter, though. Continue to put pressure on Barrientos and Monroe and keep them back.
2-2-1.
2-2-1. Oh. Barrientos may not be doing some talking, but he's certainly staring down, doing some body language speaking there.
Oh, he was hovering. He was peacocking up at the kitchen line right there as soon as he went behind Will Howells. He was letting him know he's here. Oh, again.
Oh, starting to pick up a little bit here on championship court.
Here we go.
As the 29-year-old, the Chilean native, getting into it here.
4-2-1.
Barrientos all over the kitchen line. Now he's giving it to Klinger.
Oh, he's not having any of it. But the key here is when he does pull this trigger, or when Klinger and Howells are pulling the trigger, his paddle's out front. He's ready. He's not taking a big swing. And he's just punching right back at them and just giving and wreaking havoc.
Oh, right now, Barrientos and Monroe have themselves a game and a 3-point lead here in the first of 2 men's semifinals. Dom, what do Will Howells and CJ Klinger need to do here if they want to be able to get back into this match? Because right now it feels like danger time.
Well, right now you have Barrientos feeling it, right? First and foremost, get the ball away from him right now. Ice him out, cool him off a little bit before you decide to go back to him 1, 2, maybe 3 times. Let's get Jack Monroe involved. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe Jack makes a couple mistakes. Maybe he doesn't. But you have to change things up. Barrientos has been on top of the last 3 points. He's been the deciding factor. Got to get the ball away from him right here out of this timeout.
That split screen that we saw just a second ago, you could tell the difference in body language. Monroe, Barrientos looking very relaxed over there, standing. Monroe not even sitting down, and Barrientos just feeling it. We said this is a new partnership. This guy looks like he is a mainstay on championship court. He is taken over. Out of the timeout, Klinger pushes the backhand flick wide.
I mean, that's a man with confidence right now. He acting like he's been here before.
Body back this time on Howells. Oh, we're getting a little close to the net. He's, give me the ball. Give me the ball. I want the ball.
Oh boy, it is stare down after stare down at the kitchen line right now. Barrientos not backing down.
And this match very quickly getting out of hand for CJ Klinger as he responds with a monstrous Ernie. But still second serve.
Before you start giving it back, you better get a couple points back here first. Down by 5.
Oh, Barrientos all over that in the middle. And prior to that, Ernie, I was saying, this match feels like it is very quickly getting out of hand because Monroe and Barrientos now just 3 points away from moving into the gold medal match.
Well, it is. You're trying to speed up at Barrientos again for no reason right at his backhand.
Called out.
That ball looks like there was at least an inch or 2 between the line and the ball to our naked eye.
So the call on the court was out. CJ Klinger has asked a challenge.
And they challenged it pretty quickly. They thought that ball was in for sure. We'll get a look here.
Well, regardless, it's a good challenge in this spot because should this call stand, it's 9-2. So if you're Klinger and Howells, you don't have anything to lose. You're down at least 6 and facing potential elimination coming up very quickly. If this call is overturned, it also gives them their serve back. So that stops the run for Barrientos and Monroe.
Yeah, 100% right here. I like it. Again, free timeout when you do get a challenge here. So nothing hurt by challenging. But again, if this is not overturned, this is just troubled waters here for Howells and Klinger as Barrientos is just wreaking havoc.
I mean, quite frankly, they look a little shell-shocked.
They have no answer right now. None.
What is the answer going up against Barrientos and Monroe the way that they're playing?
Again, it's back when they call the timeout, right? I hate saying it, but Jack Monroe's got to see a steady diet here as we get this live look. It is as close as it comes. We will let our referees make that call, but again, right now, I got to get the ball to Jack Monroe and see what he can do because right now, Mario's playing well, feeling it, getting on top of that backhand flick. They are really taking a look at this one. Want to be sure they get this right.
Upon video review, the ball is out. The score stands at 9-2-2.
So the call stands on the court. It is 9-2-2. Monroe and Barrientos with a 7-point advantage, and they stay on serve, just 2 points away from sweeping into the men's doubles gold medal match.
Time in. 9-2-2.
Andy Jones, our lead referee here on championship court, with that call.
Howells misses the return, and just like that, it is match point.
10-2-2.
The magical run continues for Monroe and Mario Barrientos. They are into the men's doubles gold medal match.
I mean, that's just unbelievable right there. And even on the last point, Dorian, they want to try and challenge Barrientos right there. He was having absolutely none of it that whole second game. Great job by Barrientos and Monroe. Moving on.
Well, we will talk to our winners when we return here on Championship Court. Don't go anywhere. Plenty more ahead here at the Zimmer Biomet APP New York City Open.
The Pro XR pickleball paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game, because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
To be clear, Fulfill is a protein bar, not a candy bar. Don't let its creamy, chocolatey goodness confuse you, or the fact that you hide them from anyone with a sweet tooth.
You saw nothing.
I saw nothing.
Fulfill. We swear it's a protein bar.
And it is Jack Monroe and Mario Barrientos moving on. And again, trying to test Barrientos, and he is having none of it. We're going to toss to our fourth member of our crew, AJ McCord, who is courtside for our Franklin post-match interview.
What an impressive victory for these two here in the men's doubles semifinal. Mario, you guys played for the first time together this morning. How did the duo click so quickly?
Well, it's really easy to click with a partner that's so good as Jack, and supportive too, positive, so that makes it really easy to play with him.
Jack, how did this relationship develop throughout the day as you got more comfortable together?
Trust was the biggest thing. I mean, I've seen him play on tour for a couple years now, so I knew how he played, but as soon as we got on the court, we knew each other's games, and trust developed over time. It's perfect.
So what do you take away from this one to get ready for your very first gold medal match together?
I feel like we just need to play our game. We said at the beginning, let's get up to the kitchen line and play from there. I think that's our strongest suit, and Jack's amazing at the net, and I'm trying to do my part, so that works perfectly.
Jack, what are you going to take away?
Oh my gosh, this is just my first time doing interviews, so this is awesome. Thanks, guys.
First time, you did great. Congratulations, Mario and Jack. We'll see you guys later tonight in our men's pro doubles gold medal match right back here at the Zimmer Biomet APP New York City Open. We're going to pick up the action again, 7 o'clock Eastern on Fox Sports 1.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours, because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
18 years from tonight, Grant Gill will become a legend when he totally kills it at his improv class's graduation performance. Knees will be slapped. Suds will be sprayed. People won't know what hurts more, their cheeks or their sides. That's why he's already keeping himself in shape and razor sharp today with health tips and wellness tools from AARP to help make sure his health lives as long as he does. Because the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Need to sell tickets for an event? From Sports Illustrated's official ticketing platform, introducing Box Office. Manage ticketing for sports, festivals, fundraisers, and more, paid or free. And we go beyond the barcode. Introducing Super Ticket. Super Tickets are secured by blockchain technology and transform into exclusive digital content, promotions, and rewards between the event and guests. Cheaper, better, simpler, more secure. Sports Illustrated Tickets. Partner with us for your next event.
The APP is sponsored by Fulfill. We swear it's a protein bar. Power Plate, official warm-up and recovery partner of the APP. And pickleballsuperstore.com, official online retailer of the APP Tour.
So one half of our men's doubles gold medal match is set. Mario Barrientos and Jack Monroe sweeping their way into the final in a straight game victory over Will Howes and CJ Klinger. That magical run will continue with they await the other semifinal that is in play now, but we do have a final match set. It is the women's doubles gold medal match. We saw both of those semifinals earlier in tightly contested games. It is going to be the top seed on the women's side, Simone Jardim and Allison Harris. They will be facing the 3 seed in Megan Fudge and Yana Newell. Dom, that one is certainly going to be exciting. So is our men's doubles gold medal match. We hope you will join us at 7 p.m. on FS1 as both of those brackets will play out to conclusion. We're handing out some hardware here at the 2024 Zimmer Biomet APP New York City Open.